Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone for bringing out this truth. Today I want to do a lesson titled Seed of Your Fathers. So, this is pretty straightforward. Well, some of it's pretty straightforward, and some of it's actually kind of hard to understand, but I'll do my best to bring it out in a way that you can understand it. So I've been noticing that a lot of people still believe that you have to have two Israelites to make an Israelite. But according to the scripture, all you need is an Israelite man and any woman on the planet, and you can make an Israelite. Okay? So that's the overarching point that I want to prove. Because the seed goes through the man. You can't make an Israelite if you have an Israelite woman and a heathen man. No, it doesn't work like that. Because you are who your father is. But this scripture pretty much sums it all up. Numbers chapter 1, verse 11. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. Okay, so you're an Israelite based on your father. Your father is a Benjamite, you're a Benjamite. If your father is a Judite, you're a Judite, etc., etc. If your father happened to be a Moabite, then you're not an Israelite, you're a Moabite. That is the example. Okay, so let's get some precepts so we can back up the statements that I have made. Let's go to 1 Chronicles and get an example of an Israelite man having children with a heathen woman and they being Israelites. So this is the 23rd chapter. I'm going down to the 14th and 15th verse. So the sons of Amram, Aaron and Moses. Aaron was separated that he should sanctify the most holy things. This is verse 13. And he and his sons forever to burn incense before Yahweh, to minister unto him, and to bless in his name forever. Now concerning Moses, the man of power. His sons were named of the tribe of Levi. Okay, so his sons were counted as Israelites. The sons of Moses were Gershom and Eleazar. Okay, so let's see who Moses had these sons with. Was it an Israelite woman or was it a heathen woman? It's Exodus chapter 2. Let's go down to verse 15. Now when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses, but Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. Okay, so Moses saw an Egyptian doing his people wrong, so he murked him. Verse 16, now the priests of Midian had 7 daughters. Okay, they came and drew water and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. Okay, so the Midianites are heathens. They are descendants of Abraham, so they're Hebrews, but they're still heathens in this context. Verse 17, and the shepherds came and drove them away, but Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. And when they came to Reuel their father, he said, how is it that ye are come so soon today? Verse 19, and they said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds and also drew water enough for us and watered the flock. And there you go. They said an Egyptian because they confused Moses with an Egyptian, because obviously the Israelites and the Egyptians could have blended in with each other. Verse 20, and he said unto his daughters, and where is he? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him, that he may eat bread. Verse 21, and Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah, his daughter. So his wife was heathen. Zipporah was a Midianite. Verse 22. She bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom. So he just had a baby with a heathen woman, and we just read in 1 Chronicles that he was counted as part of the tribe of Levi because he came from the seed of Moses, who was a Levite. So he was a Levite. For he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. Okay. Let's get another one. Let's go to 2 Chronicles. Let's go to the 12th chapter, down to let's do the 13th verse. And it says, So King Rehoboam strengthened himself in Jerusalem and reigned, for Rehoboam was 41 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 17 years in Jerusalem, the city which Yahweh had chosen out of all of the tribes of Israel to put his name there. And his mother's name was Naamah, an Ammonitess. Wait, an Ammonite doesn't sound like an Israelite. No, she's a Hebrew Ammonite, not a Hebrew Israelite. So a king of Israel had a heathen mother. Okay? So let's go back a chapter and get another precept and see who his father was. This is 2 Chronicles 11 and verse 3. Speak unto Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and to all Israel and Judah and Benjamin, saying. So we know Solomon had many wives from many other nations. Okay? And his son was an Israelite, Rehoboam. You think that the Israelites had a king over them that wasn't an Israelite? Of course not. That's against their law. Okay, let's get some more precepts. Let's go to Genesis, the 30th chapter, down to the 4th verse. And he gave Bilhah her handmaid, and she gave Bilhah her handmaid to wife, and Jacob went in unto her. And Bilhah conceived and bare Jacob a son. Wait, so Jacob, he was the father of the 12 tribes. So you mean some of the 12 tribes came from a heathen woman? Because she wasn't a Hebrew. I mean, back then, Jacob, he was going to be, the first Israelite, so there were no Israelite women to take from. So there were the Hebrews out there, but these handmaids, they weren't Hebrews. So let's get another example. Let's go down to the 9th verse. It says, when Leah saw that she had left bearing, she took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her to Jacob to wife. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son. And Leah said, a troop cometh. And she called his name Gad. Wait, she does more. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a second son. And Leah said, happy am I, for the daughters call me blessed. And she called his name Asher. So that's another example. A whole tribe came from this heathen woman. Multiple tribes. Okay? Let's get some more examples. Let's go.